Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another yet episode on the Mic is Open podcast, and we're back bigger and better. Today we'll be having a guest on studio who is a relationship expert at the University of Nairobi, and as I gave you a hint, we'll be talking more about relationships and more of the explicit content in the relationships, why relationships don't go well nowadays, why some relationships work out at a certain age and some ages they don't work out. So we'll be getting to hear more from him. Make sure you stay tuned to get more of this amazing content.
Thank you so much. My name is MC Julima from the University of Nairobi. I've done psychology and counseling psychology. So I'm a bit well off about this topic, and today we are going to make it raw and very nice for everybody to understand, and we are going to dissect a lot of issues about relationship. Of course, everybody has his own challenges facing him, but we are going to dissect from experience, from other people's experience, from what I've learned, and today is going to be amazing. Thank you so much.
Good thing you've heard from the horse's mouth itself. So before we go forward, I'd like to give this special moment to recognize that we have lost someone so great as a country. We have lost a legend. We have lost someone who we even wonder if we will even get someone to fit in his shoes right in this generation. A moment of silence for Baba, for Jacom, for Joey, for Beila Odinga, for His Excellency, the late Beila Amolo Odinga. Now, without further ado, we get into the conversation. So, we start. Julimo, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. And good to have you on the show. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
So today we are talking about relationships, and there is a question that people have been asking me this question all the time. Why is it that relationships in these times are not working out? Why is it that we hear people have gotten married after some few months or after some few years, that people are getting a divorce? What is the matter? What is happening in these relationships, or what is not happening?
Thank you so much. That's a good question. First of all, everything has its own roots. First of all, we have to look at the belief system, how our relationship started working. So if we look at during the times of our grandfather, grandmothers, look at the society as a whole. People used to date, and people were in relationship. They were supported by the family, by the community.
Okay.
But right now, how things are going, we have found out that partially we have been separated from our families, from even our friends.
Yeah.
And the major thing that is ruling our society right now is the social media.
Yeah.
So many guys, ladies and gentlemen, they tend to go with the trend. So if there is a trend, and let's be factual about this.
Okay.
People like our age, we love following trends. If we hear trends that that women, you can stay without a man, and you know, when that trend eats up every woman in the society, they don't want to listen to that. They just want to follow the trend. Yeah. And also, we have been having rapid empowerment that started in the year 1990s. Actually, let's say after World War II, if you look at the society, when women were allowed to vote, then many women came to the space, and they wanted to do what they wanted, to be heard, they wanted to belong, they wanted to do what a man can do. It brought that gap, it widened that gap of submissiveness. Because if you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, the first thing, if you read the scripture, it shall tell us that a woman should submit to a man.
Yeah.
But right now you find that more women are empowered, they're in job spaces, they are working.
So allow me to cut you short.
Thank you.
So is it because, are you trying to say right now, because of women, we are more empowered, we are more aware compared to the previous times, because that is something that is honestly there. So is it because of the awareness, or is it because that we have a lot of feminists who have come up and they're trying to change the whole perspective on marriage? Or how can you explain this to be something that is actually happening? What, like, is it the awareness that is causing this, or is it the feminism, or is it that women, we have a new mindset that we don't want to be submissive anymore, we just want to be equal to the man? Or what is that?
For me, what I've seen from the latest, actually what has been revealed mostly I've known right now is like women tend to follow trends more. If you look at the fashion industry, which is the major target group, is the women.
It's
the makeup industry is the women. Food industry, they usually target the women.
So how is there an impact?
So
in
the impact is, I think psychologically, what should be studied. Like women tend to follow trends more than men. So that's why I was bringing the history behind that. That there was an age when women were not allowed to vote. They were just in the kitchen. And I think they felt that they want to belong, they want to rule, they want to
do more.
They want
to get out there.
Yes. So I felt that it reached a time that now, when we have a lot of women who are empowered, they will influence other women.
Yeah, true.
So when a woman has money, has salary, has everything, has the house, has the car, has everything, and the man is not offering anything, definitely that woman will not get married. Yeah. You'll feel like you want to be independent, you want to rule.
Just get a dude to keep them company, and that's it.
And that's it. So I feel that because women tend to follow the trend more, they tend to influence also other women. So also the issue of feminism is also a big issue, because even there's a time that you could hardly find an engineer, a woman who is an engineer. But right now we are finding women who are into tech, who are into engineering, who can do things that men can do. So I think that has greatly influenced the marriage aspect. And also because I think the rate or the level of submissive of a woman has also reduced. Because right now you can't. Equality? Now the masculinity has been killed. Because if I bring you to my house, I expect you to do my laundry, I expect you to do a lot of
and from my laughing, of course, you can already tell, like, what do you mean do laundry when I just come to your house? What do you mean I'm not your wife yet and I'm already doing laundry? Because that is actually the perspective that most of the women right now they have. You take a lady out, let's say you guys pass by your house or something, there's like dirty utensils, there's laundry there. Like, how do you expect me with my nails to start doing laundry? You understand? Like, we can just get someone to do the laundry and everything. But also, let me ask you this. Do you think the age gap in a relationship matters? Because you find some ladies prefer men who are more matured, and matured I mean like an age gap of like 10 years, 15 years, which for me I also believe that. But at the same time you find young people who are very matured and yet they're young. You understand? So does the age gap like matter in terms of how much a relationship works and how much a relationship doesn't get to work out?
Yeah, I believe so.
How?
Because I tend to believe that women are very manipulative.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Based from my experience and from experience of my friends,
Yeah.
if you are in the same age group with a woman, she's more ahead of you.
Yeah,
in
that's
many
true.
things.
I've also
So
had that.
you will tend to maybe trigger you in some sense, gaslight you,
Yeah.
and see your reaction. So if you respond more maturely, and okay, women tend to believe they want to be controlled. So they believe that a person who is in the same age group cannot control it.
Okay.
So when a person has more years, there's a, let's say, age gap that is bigger. I tell a woman will be so submissive. Because why? Because if a man, let's say, is like 10 years and above, that man will tend to realize a lot. He will want to be manipulated.
Yeah.
As per, let's say, the person of the same age as you are. So I believe that is the reason why. And also, let me comment on something I was about to forget. The reason also people are not preferring marriages right now, it is because of the economic factor. Yeah, you find that the cost of living, especially in the urban areas, is very expensive. You have to have CV.
How does that influence your emotions and stuff? I thought people nowadays go with emotions rather than looking at the economic factors. They be like, we're gonna start somewhere, and then as time goes by, we're gonna get beyond that. Because as much as we talk about SHA, as much as we talk about whatever insurance covers, we still have people who are managing this very well, and they're still in marriages. Not even marriages, relationship itself, you understand? And they're still handling that very well. So when did it get to like looking at the economic factor and leaving out the emotions?
Let me dissect it a little bit. Because like right now, for example, if you want to get married,
Yeah.
you look up to somebody. You love like a mentor.
Yeah.
Maybe
True.
you won't talk with that person, but you feel like you want to be mentored by this person.
Yeah.
The steps, the way he's raising his kids, the schools he's taking, the way he did the delivery and everything,
Yeah.
which hospital did he go, how much did it cost,
Yeah.
everything. So I think the cost of making babies and everything, it is an expensive affair.
So what about the relationships that have not yet gotten to marriage, but we are looking as to why they're not getting into marriage, just a relationship? You know, we are seeing each other. Let me not call it the talking stage. You go by the talking stage, you pass the talking stage, you go to another stage, and you really hope it's gonna get to marriage.
Yes.
But something just happens in between, and you guys are normal, which is a thing right now. And even some marriages, you find them, they fail so much because we have had celebrities who, you know, people assume they have money.
They have money.
Yeah, but there's divorce, there's what?
Yeah.
What is happening?
That's why I was. Let's stick to this. I think it is a trend that is ongoing,
Okay,
and there's also the societal pressure.
yeah,
I believe as much as we are talking about the people who have failed in marriages, there's a lot of successful marriages in Kenya
yeah, that's
that
true.
people don't speak about. I think these online things has really exposed a lot of things that we tend to go on the negative side. If you speak about the negative side, people will tend to listen to you more than the positive things. If you just look at what trends in Kenya, mostly are negative things. Sijui nani ameua nani, sijui kuna mtu amesacrifice nani, whatever. People will tend to listen to those things. But the positive news, there's a lot of podcasts ongoing about marriages, people who have survived in relationship.
Yeah, sure.
People don't talk about them. But people tend to talk about those relationships
That have failed.
And I believe that if you are in a relationship, the reason why most relationships don't pass even that stage or going to the marriages is because people they want to show off to the world that they are in a relationship. I think for me, a relationship that I currently have is a private relationship.
Okay.
after things have worked out, then you guys I can invite you even for a wedding or something.
Yeah.
We formalize things. But when the relationship are not yet matured, and somebody is pressuring you, oh, post me, or do what, meaning that relationship is about to fall down. And I also believe the reason why the marriages are not even stable, it is because of our first love.
Yeah.
Most of
love.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really it really contributes, because remember, the person that you first met and felt love with them, that person will always stay with your life.
Yeah.
So any person that comes with your life, you'll tend to compare it with your
So
first
does
love.
that mean the first love like always has some influence on you so much that depending on how they treat you, if they hurt you so bad, you're gonna be like, people out there are gonna hurt me.
Absolutely.
And you're always gonna be ready for that. If the person treated you so well and set the bar so high, you're always gonna go for people who are like, you know, they're matching with whatever you got first.
Yeah.
But some people always get hurt along the way and stuff.
Yeah.
But the first love, I agree, actually contributes.
Okay, I've
so
interacted
much.
with a lot of like Muslims, the people from Ethiopia. Those ladies, they are married while they are virgin.
Yeah, they
So it
are.
means that the first person to penetrate them, or the first person they fall in love with,
Yeah.
is the person that they fell in love in the first time. So I think they are trained by their community or their family to stay like that until they find that first person.
Yeah.
And if you look at the successful rate of the Somalia people or the Muslim people, the Ethiopian people, they tend to be in a relationship more than Kenya.
True.
Yeah, I feel like there is a book that I read that said that women, they tend to be hurt by their past experience, and men, they are so worried about their future more than women. So whatever that happened to that's why you find that women with a lot of relationship traumas, it is so hard for them to settle in any kind of relationship at the end of the day.
That's true.
Yeah, because what they have experienced. That's why if you find a lady, a beautiful lady, is like, no, I fear men. The fearing of men came because he had a prior experience.
Yeah, that's true.
He had experienced some maybe trauma, maybe beating, or maybe emotional torture with a person that he had the past experience with.
Because even from the comments that I'm getting,
Yes.
it's that they're saying that it's more of influence
Yeah.
and more of the experiences that we women mostly go through, or not even the women alone, even the men. They'll be like, a man gonna meet up with a lady with a mentality that women cheat. These hoes and loyal, that's the mentality. And then now women, they have this mentality that men are dogs, men gonna cheat, men are polygamous in nature. And on that point, are men actually polygamous in nature? Like a friend of mine was telling me, men are just so polygamous in nature that you find a man can go out and cheat, can be in a relationship and cheat, and still the lady, maybe on rare circumstances, that you'll find the man actually really cares about the other side chick. You understand? Is actually concerned, and that's why you find like they go out of their way to do so much for this lady, and he still does it, but he just loves more than one person. I don't believe in that myself, but can you tell me, because you're a man, is that true by any chance? Like men are polygamous, they'll still do whatever for their side chicks. Is that something that is logic?
Yeah, I believe it is a escapement mentality for me, for most men who are polygamous.
Okay.
Let me, as I was telling you, that the experience, the first love. I mean the first love. Most men who usually cheats a lot with women, it is because once they loved a lady so much that they were willing to settle with that lady. They were willing to do everything with that lady, but that lady left. So they want, like, it is a revenge mentality. So if you find those men who are like everywhere, they want to fuck up with every lady, it is because once they loved a lady, but that lady denied them a chance for them to stay with that lady.
So men actually love?
Yeah, actually men love most, even more than ladies. To be
I
factual.
honestly doubt that statement because I've had it a couple of times
Yeah.
from my friends and everybody around me. They be like, men do love more than women, and I'm like, we go through the most in case of a relationship like heartbreak and stuff. A man will just move on within like
No,
very
no, no, no. Men,
a very
let me tell you something.
short
I want
span
to
of
interrupt
time. You
you. I want to
understand?
interrupt you.
Okay.
Men don't move on quickly. As
You
a
do.
man, let me tell you something. To move on psychologically, according to psychology, if you want to move on
You need
like
someone.
very fast, you need counseling, you need a psychiatrist, you need somebody, you need a safe space to talk. And let me ask you, do men speak about their problem more?
They actually don't.
They don't speak.
So when you find
But you ladies, usually when you are broken, you'll find your friend, you go talk, you go cry, and you let it out. So you move on quickly. But you find men, like a man had been broken 10 years ago, but he's still carrying the burden.
Yeah.
So that's why he's still at breaking ladies left, right, and center, because he has not healed from the past traumas of that relationship. So I find it very hard because you find that most men, they like, as you ladies have insecurity, you also have some insecurity.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I have you, I don't want to repeat the same mistake that I did in the 10 years back. So for example, I dated this lady. She was very awesome. She treated me, and we went. I had only this lady. I did everything for her. I was emotionally attached to this lady, but she left me without no reason. So I feel like you, when you're going to an exam room, you need to carry like 2 pens, right?
Yeah.
Because one might not work.
Okay.
So I feel for men, for me, I feel like men must have a backup.
Really?
Yeah, you must have.
And then what if us women have a backup? Like you guys will take it.
No, let me speak from the perspective of men,
Okay.
and then you speak from the family. We are having a backup. Why? Because we want to have that security.
Okay.
It is like an insurance.
Uh-huh.
So if you leave me, or let me tell you something that you women, that if you want to be in a strong relationship, most women right now, they are very emotional.
Yeah.
They have mood swings. You come to the house, they have not cooked for you. They have not done the laundry. You have spoken about some things. They are not adhering to what you have spoken. They are behaving in a bad way. But you have that side chick. If you go to that place, she will treat you better. She will. Is a masseuse. Will do everything for you more than even your woman.
Okay.
So kuna hii kitu kama like kuzoeana.
Yes.
Yeah. When you stay in a relationship for long, kuna kuzoeana.
Mnaishi
You don't
pamoja.
treat the person
So
the same way you did to
when you guys first met. Yeah.
So this person will have like a backup. Why? Because sitakuwa nikikusumbua like, you know what, Beila, you know what, mbona siku hizi unifanyie hivi?
Yeah.
So because I have an insurance, because I want this relationship to stay, I'll go to other person who will do the things that you used to do for me. And I will come to the house, I'm just relaxed, I'm not emotional, I'm just, how's the day? My day is fine.
But
I want to sleep.
We have, allow me to say this, we have, should I call her socialite? But Vera Sidika, she once said, no matter the amount of styles or whatever you do for a man, he will always go outside. Like, he will never be the only girl. Like, I don't know, is it a mentality that we were made to grow up with, watching our parents or anything, or from our friends or relatives, that whatever they are doing, that we actually come to a conclusion that men are just polygamous in nature? But you just cannot tell me there is a man somewhere out there who doesn't have a side chick somewhere, because I mean, that is something I had to come. I mean, I really had to accept as a lady and be like, the moment I get married, yes, my husband will love me, because I've seen this, and I feel like, okay, he will love me, yes, he will definitely go outside, and I have to accept that fact. But there's just some things that, there'll just be boundaries and be this no shit that you're gonna do. But the moment you just do some things, there's just no going back. And for me as a lady, finding out that my husband is cheating, I feel like that would really hurt me. There is no going back from that. Like you just be singing in some other different way. I swear.
Definitely, I believe there's men who are like they don't cheat. Like okay, like for me, I was brought up in a family where hakuna day yenye my mama ashai complain. Maybe I was still young, I didn't know what was going on. But up to date, I've never seen any case of infidelity in our family.
Yeah.
And even those my uncles who surrounded us, of course, some uncles, of course.
Yeah.
There's some uncles who are very
relatives.
Now wengine they were like, I've never seen any case or any complaint. Maybe they were playing very safe, I don't know. But I believe there's men outside here who are very faithful to their wife.
Yeah, true.
This depends how you treat your man. If you treat your man like a king, definitely. Sidhani kama atacheat. But kuna venye, that's why I told you that when you treat your man like a trash, you come to the house, you don't even explain, you know, and I feel like, you know, men are egoistic.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you're not massaging that ego of him being a man.
You know, right now, I do actually have conversations with my dad. And he be like, you know, Mom, a man doesn't like being asked where you coming from, you know, I can just be talking. Alafu I'm asking him, are you home yet? Like, where you going to? Where have you been? And he's like, Mom, you're my daughter. And let me tell you, don't do this to your husband because men don't like being asked where you coming from, what are you doing now, who have you been with? You understand? As long as you're providing for a man as it should be, and you're like playing your part, you understand? A man will always do his part, and you also should do your part as a lady. But those are the few things that he asks me, that he tells me, and also sometimes you know, it depends on how you are, like that will influence whether a man will go out or not.
Yeah, sure. And I also believe, you know, when people have settled in a marriage, I believe there is a hiyo kuzoeana. Like if I bring even a small gift, you're like, no, this is very small for me. And there's also that comparison mentality.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, those couples are flourishing. Look, alimununulia gari, mimi hujainunulia hata baskeli.
So influence matters a lot.
Yeah. And you know that the financial capacity of your man can't reach a level of buying your car. You know? So you are like comparing. You know, a man will just lose up and
so what if it's a man who's like financially capable?
Yes.
Like in any terms, you just know your man can actually do anything for you if he actually wants to do it. And something that has actually been trending right now. Yesterday the day before yesterday, we actually saw a video of Regina Daniels, and she was crying so much, and people have been envying her marriage and saying, if you marry, you know, the old guys, the matured guys, you're not getting any problems in your relationship. But so she was crying. There was this video, she was crying, and the brother was so mad because of what was happening to her sister, and allegedly she had been beat up by the husband. And people are talking about it so much, and they're like, at what point does it get to this? Because she was seen as having, she's getting everything, but she's, according to some media, she's speaking out and saying, I've never gotten anything in this marriage except for my last name, Nwoko, the husband's name. The cars, the houses, everything, they are under his name. And you ask yourself, is it like someone individual ndio mtu amue, I honestly wanna do good things for this lady, I wanna make her happy, I wanna make her my wife? Is it that point, or is it age no longer matters? Because if the treatment she's getting, if it's true, she can get that treatment from a 30-year-old, from a 20-something-year-old, someone the age mate, someone who's our own age mate, you understand? Yeah, so explain it to me.
Okay, people enter to marriage for several reasons. First, it is because of age. As a lady, you might feel like I'm getting old enough, and there is a societal pressure. They are saying that you are now 30, you want to be married, and you get to a relationship not because you love that person actually. It is because, and most ladies, they don't settle with the person that they love.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They go for who they
love. The person who is available to them at that critical moment.
Oh,
yeah, because tell me honestly, that crushy that you really love, that tall, handsome man, maybe akupendi ama akutaki.
Maybe it gets to
ama akona mtu mwingine.
That's why I usually hear this thing that says, marry the one who loves you, not the one who you love.
We love, yeah. And also people fall in love because of they want to be financially stable. Okay. So you find this man is very stable, has finances, has everything. But that man, deep in the heart, he knows that, Beila, you don't love me. You are after my money. Maybe you want me to die quickly. You get my inheritance. You just flourish. So I think whatever is happening right now, like we should go back to our basic. And most of the basic things that are not online, they are not trending. So these people who influencers, they are like couple influencers and everything. Look at even the recent trend. Those people who have been in a lot of marriages, I don't want to mention their name, the celebrities. Most of them, I think 90% of those relationships have crashed down. Why? Because when you entice your followers, they praise you. Oh, Beila, you are really doing good. You are inspiring us. You want to feed these people with, I'm flourishing, I'm prospering. But now it reaches a point that, you have that husband of yours, maybe he has bought you even 5 cars. You're telling him, buy me a private jet because I want to impress my online viewers and everything. And he's telling you, no, I can't do that. And now you realize even those cars that he gave you are under his name. You're like, oh, And the human nature, as a human nature, we are very selfish. Let me say that. Because even right now, let's say you want to be a millionaire, and somebody comes and gets you 50 million right now. Will you be satisfied? You want to be satisfied. You say, I want to be now a billionaire. I want to get to a billion. After you have gotten that 50 million. So I think even in relationship, it is that's way. You get to a relationship, you still want more. You want your husband to do more and more and more. Forgetting, kuna mtu hapa chini afanyiwe anything. You get it? So I feel that comparison, it is what is affecting most relationship. So I feel let us go back to the roots. Those people who have been married for 30 years, let's go sit down with them, ask them, how did you manage? How did you manage during the turbulences when there was no funds? There was no job. How did you guys manage to survive in this relationship? Because I also believe if you are entering into a relationship, like a man, if you are dating a lady, also ask yourself, if I get sick, if everything turns against me, if the world turns against me, will this lady love me for real? And then that is a woman that you love. And also most men right now who are very rich, who are very capable, I see that trend, they marry so beautiful ladies. And this beautiful lady, he relies on his beauty. He's not looking at the heart of this person. How will he treat my mothers-in-law? How will he treat my family? How will he treat my friends? So you find he has married a very beautiful lady. And then, I don't know why these most beautiful ladies, they are very weird. I don't want to be bashed for that, but they are very weird. But not because you find, not all of them, but most of them that I've interacted with, either you'll find they're drug addicts, or they have unsolved traumas. They have some disorders. They're just weird. They don't know how to cook, first of all. I don't know. I've interacted with these ladies. Most beautiful ladies, most fine ladies, with nyash, with everything, with beautiful faces,
you have an experience with them.
They have these underlying things. Maybe they love weed so much, they love alcohol so much, they love partying a lot. They are very arrogant, they are very disrespectful. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's how God created us. Even if you find that a handsome man who has everything, beard and everything, tall and handsome, you'll
You
find
just have some flaws.
opportunity.
Yeah. That
can't
is just not
understand.
going well.
Yeah.
Some ish
So
about
you
them.
find that, and they say when a man is down, most ladies don't laugh.
Yeah.
When he has nothing, but when he has everything, when he has money, most ladies can't. That is that's how most ladies, they don't want to build things from the scratch with a man. They want to start with a man who at least has something, maybe a car or a house and everything. They don't want to start from scratch. And now let me ask you, like, if you get me right now, I don't have anything, for example, and then after 3 years, I bought my Range Rover, and you're saying, oh, right now I want to settle with you, I want to love you. Back in my mentality, I know that, Beila, you are falling in love with me because you have seen me the Range Rover, because you have seen me this property. So that thing is not genuine. So I believe if people want to fall into love, they want to marry each other, I think you have to accept each other when they are very low. And I think they say a poor man is the only man who can find true love, not a rich man.
But even we have rich men who find true love. But thank you so much for your comments.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your point of view. Thank you so much for sharing your point of view. And guys, as you've heard, we've talked about a lot of things: the money, the age, the times that we are at, and how much the influence and the experience that you have in relationships and the influences on social media, how much they have an impact in these relationships and in these marriages. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and thank you so much for watching this till the end and giving us your time, the 1 minute, 30 minutes of your time. Thank you so much for giving us that, and see you on the next episode. Julimo, it was so nice having you on studio.
Thank you so much. In conclusion, I think people should avoid online pressures about marriage and everything. And if you want to follow those pressure, if somebody is, make sure that you also have the same amount of money and everything to compete with those people who are giving you the pressure. If, for example, a lady is advising you and telling you, oh, you should not marry, ask you, are you in that capacity? Can you sustain that kind of lifestyle? You're staying without a man, you understand yourself. So let us not follow some people. Everybody just follow your script. Everybody is created differently. You can find love in wrong places. Everything. Just explore your life. Just be happy. Stop comparing yourself with others. And I find true love. I think everybody is meant for somebody. At the end of the day, you'll find somebody who loves you. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Thank you so much for being on the show and for agreeing to come to see us tonight.
Asante.
So guys, that is the end of it, and always remember, marriages, relationships, they do work. You just have to find the right person. The right person might take time. It might take some time, but who said that the hustle and bustle should not be there? You understand? But all in all, marriages have worked before. Our parents made it to where they are today, and so us, we're gonna still make it. Okay? Thank you so much, and see you on the next episode. I've been your host, Beila Albert.